Iron Maiden, 17 March 2007. It was the first band ever to play, Indian band to play there.
I don't really like live gigs.
Huh?
I don't like watching bands play.
This is the fun part of talking to a band pre-social media.
All you critics, people pull you down and they criticize, it inspires the band more.
No matter what happens, you will always do the gig.
Surviving is a wrong word. Kicking ass is more acceptable in
अभी
business.
पीछे तो कुछ और बोल रहे थे आप.
पहले तेरे को बताते हैं.
Shrijan and Sukhbir, thank you so much for joining us. कैसा रहा कल का
जोर से
concert?
बोल यार. जोर से बोल.
अरे ये
rock
तो
band
फॉर्मेलिटी अभी आ जाएगा.
Rock
पता है क्या होता है, कैमरा ऑन होने के बाद वो फॉर्मेलिटी आ जाती है. अभी उसको थोड़ा ब्रेक करते हैं. Tell us Bangalore scene. You've been playing in Bangalore since years. कैसे चेंज हुआ है कुछ बैंगलोर में पिछले 20-30 साल में? रॉक सीन.
ठीक है.
I think so very oddly, like when I was not even with Parikrama, in fact, before that, I used to come here for NLS Strawberry Fields at that time. Strawberry Fields के बाद हम जाते थे Pico, उसके बाद हम जाते थे वो MG Road पे 3-4 और pubs थे, वहाँ पे जाके बैठते थे. And I feel like that culture, then after Picos and after NLS, there was one B flat, which was a jazz bar, very small jazz bar in somewhere in Indiranagar only, if I'm not mistaken.
There was one Jimmy's in Koramangala.
Jimmy's in Koramangala. And, so all of these things, I think, were very defining because nowhere else in the country could you walk into a bar and hear this kind of music playing and have like cheap beer and have like this. It was a very new experience for a 17-year-old to come. And so that's why I think it was a very, very, very new feeling to see Bangalore in that light, where it wasn't there anywhere else in the world, in the country. But slowly, steadily, I think it's
अब नहीं है?
अब नहीं है यार. अब कहीं भी नहीं है. I would say I don't think it's only a Bangalore thing. I think कहीं भी नहीं है. Not to say that it won't come back, because I think all of these things are cyclical.
हम बनाएंगे वापस.
हम बनाएंगे.
अबे बैंगलोर
Exactly.
हार्ड रॉक में बॉलीवुड गाने चलते हैं. बैंगलोर नहीं, बॉम्बे हार्ड रॉक में बॉलीवुड गाने चलते हैं.
I
सुना है कभी
don't
आपने?
बॉम्बे
know.
हार्ड रॉक तो बंद हो गया भाई.
Exactly. No, but
सॉरी, बैंगलोर का भी कमिंग बैक टू एडिंग टू व्हाट सीजन इज सेइंग, मैं अगर इसको दूसरे तरीके देखूं तो लाइव सर्किट, पर्सनली आल्सो, जैसे या आई मीन हम लोग भी बहुत सारे बजाते थे कॉलेजेस एंड इंक्लूडिंग स्ट्रॉबेरी फील्ड्स एंड लॉट ऑफ कॉलेजेस, एंड उसके अलावा भी बहुत सारे शोज होते थे. वी यूज्ड टू हैव लॉट ऑफ इंग्लिश रॉक बैंड. इट वाज वन ऑफ द फ्यू प्लेसेस वेयर आपका एक हम क्लासिक रॉक बैंड जो उस टाइम पे माने जाते थे वो भी बजता था और एक थ्रैश मेटल बैंड भी बजता था, एंड ऑल इंग्लिश रॉक बैंड यूज्ड टू बी टुगेदर. बहुत फेस्टिवल्स होते थे. दैट बैंगलोर में तो डाउन हुआ ही है, ऑल ओवर इंडिया डाउन हुआ है. बट आई एम सो ग्लैड दैट थिंग्स लाइक बैंडलैंड हैव स्टार्टेड बैक एंड यू सॉ द रिस्पॉन्स. सो देयर इज स्टिल दैट ऑडियंस फॉर दैट. बट आई डोंट नो अगर इफ बैंडलैंड और other festivals like that, अगर वो साल में 12 होने लग गए तो कितना होगा? I probably
right.
think the crowd will get divided, to be practical, though none of us would want that. But that one bandland really अब सेम चीज़ वो दिल्ली में भी थी और सेम चीज़ यहाँ भी थी. अब आई हैव नो आइडिया कि दिल्ली में क्यों कैंसिल हुआ, बट Bangalore was full. I mean, much more that anybody could have thought of.
And it was fuller than some of the other multi-genre festivals that we have seen. Like Bandland was a pure rock festival, and it was packed. Like there were more people than I've seen at other festivals which have multiple genres and multiple, like you have hip hop also, you have EDM also, and it was packed.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, but the basic idea was that Bandhan was a pure rock
festival.
pure fucking rock festival.
Yeah.
And of course, independence rock as well. I think probably Bandhan was inspired by the coming back of independence rock, and its success was phenomenal. So iRock, Bandland, I'm sure we will get back to the great Indian rock GRI time once. I mean, not once. I mean, sooner or later, because बहुत सारे और जॉनर हैं, and that's fine. They have their own festivals, stuff like that. But even till 10 years down the line, कोई ऐसा फेस्टिवल नहीं होता था जहाँ at least some participation of a rock band, whether it is English or something, would be there or not. So, especially in South India, what I notice much more is you have many festivals. Most of them are with regional rock bands singing in regional languages.
which is also good.
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying. I
amazing.
was just coming to that, which is brilliant. In fact, I've been advocating this fact since the 90s, when local bands were not singing in their own language, including us, I used to always, somebody would come to me for advice. I would always say, listen, we are happier to play for that minority because that's what we are planning to do. It's a hobby. Now a hobby that pays us well, if I may say. But yeah, it was never an earning source. I said, but if you have to reach out to the masses, you have to start singing in your local language. Exactly as I told you of what we saw yesterday. In Calcutta and in Eastern India, probably abhi se nahi, for decades, local bands singing in their languages are much, much bigger than any other act, probably even Bollywood.
Zero Festival गए हो आप?
जीरो फेस्टिवल नहीं गए
जीरो
हैं।
फेस्टिवल नहीं गए हैं, बट हम जीरो गए हैं जब जीरो फेस्टिवल का नामो निशान नहीं था वहाँ पे।
No, in fact, Zero Festival, we are in touch this year. Hopefully, देखो if they हो जाए तो, because that's one festival we really want to play. So if
पहुंचना बड़ा मुश्किल है वहाँ पे, but
यार हमको तो आदत है, हम तो नॉर्थ ईस्ट इस साल भी हमने मेरे 7 या 8 फेस्टिवल किए नॉर्थ ईस्ट में।
We went to Zero in 2007 or 8, I remember.
We played a show in Itanagar.
In Itanagar, 2008 or 9.
Yeah, so Itanagar के बाद we had about 4-5 days because then we had in Calcutta we had a festival that was going on with MTV.
सर उसका कहानी सुना दो ना बुलेट वाली गैंग की।
Yeah,
सीतानगर में ही
this
था ना?
was Itanagar only. How?
Exactly, तो मैं उस पे ही आ गया, मेरे को जरूरत नहीं है वैसे
This
इसकी, चलो।
is that thing only, and it was.
आपने आपकी जो वीडियोस हैं आजकल उसके अंदर कमेंट्स में किसी भी वीडियो पे ऐसा कोई एक कमेंट जरूर होगा जो उसकी बात करता है कि बुलेट गैंग के साथ आए थे, बारिश। हाँ आप देखो ना कमेंट्स,
वो हम तो
मैंने यहाँ पे
देखते
टीवी
ही
रखवाया था।
कभी नहीं देखा मेरे को। I was wondering how do you know this
वो
story?
हमारे YouTube चैनल में है ना यार ये।
Oh, is it?
हाँ हाँ आपके यूट्यूब
एक
चैनल
बार
पे है और
डाला था।
नीचे लोग लिखते हैं कि यार ये वीडियो देखो, epic entry and it was drizzling but after that it was raining but they did not stop for a minute, तो उसके बारे में कुछ बताओ ना।
Yeah, I mean, all I remember, of course, the entry का तो so it was nothing. I can't take the credit. I mean, the band can't take the credit because हमने कुछ प्लान नहीं किया था।
अच्छा।
तो organizers नहीं किया था वहाँ पे, and उन या जो भी था I don't know, but
Paku was there, no?
हाँ पाकू was there. They suddenly just said हम एक जगह पे मिले, उनका आप बैठो and we will escort you, sir. हमें क्या problem है भाई, चलो। And so they did that, and of course that वो वीडियो आ गया, वो डाला भी किसने मुझे ये भी नहीं पता
There's a
यार।
video of this.
Yeah, it's on your YouTube and there are a lot of shots of this.
Oh,
sort of
really?
thing. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
हाँ, there were I think some.
This is the fun part of talking to a band pre-social media जिनको पता ही नहीं है कि उनकी वीडियो है।
यार हम लोग ज्यादा ध्यान नहीं देते थे अपने सोशल मीडिया में, देते थे, अब तो थोड़ा सा आप थोड़ा सीरियस हो रहे हैं। एंड
Anyway, बट आप कह रहे हो कि ये प्लान्ड नहीं था, आपको पता नहीं था।
यार हम लोगों को मतलब प्लान भी अब याद नहीं है, बहुत पुरानी बात है, बट हमने नहीं प्लान किया था। अगर प्लान किया था तो ये आई वांट टू गिव द होल क्रेडिट टू द ऑर्गेनाइजर्स, तो वी कांट से दैट हमने प्लान किया था,
बट बढ़िया
परिक्रमा ने नहीं प्लान किया था।
From what I remember, I think we had just reached and we were going to go for the show, and then it was raining.
Yeah.
And then the organizer called us down and he said that, "Acha, just sit and we have a escort
Yeah.
ceremony for you." And this is a very normal thing in the Northeast, right? Like an escort ceremony, which is going to just be more for safety or whatever else it is. There are a lot of times that you'll just be escorted to the venue or whatever. Little did we know there were like 100 or 500 bullet bikers who had just shown up all in gear, and it was raining, and all of these guys just sort of took us to the stage and escorted us literally on the stage.
And you
it
played
was-
in the rain.
we played in the rain,
Yeah.
but that's something that I think we've done a lot
Lot of
because there are a lot of times that we tour in the Northeast. In Shillong, I remember playing a gig in the rain, very bad. Like the crowd didn't let us get off stage, so we were like, okay, we will finish playing whatever set that we could. And I remember I was playing the snare drum and there were like droplets of water coming off from it. But yeah, like this is something that we have done a lot. And this, I feel like anybody who I speak to even now, I always tell them this is the one thing that I've learned as a younger member of the band is that no matter what happens, you will always do the gig to the best of your ability. Adjust whatever you need to do, but make sure that the gig happens. Because no matter if the organizer has fucked up, no matter if the weather is bad, no matter if your flight was delayed, no matter what has happened, the audience is not at fault. Why are we punishing the audience for this? And that is something that I have learned from him and from everybody else in the band, that it's, yeah, like do what you need to do.
उनको भी मैंने सिखाया था।
भाई एक बात, फर्स्ट गिग टू यस्टरडे, इज द इंथू सेम? क्या अभी भी वही फील आती है?
हाँ यार, फर्स्ट
कितने कॉन्सर्ट, कितने लाइव गिग हो गए? मैंने तो पढ़ा 3,500।
हाँ 350 ऊपर ही हो गए होंगे, उसके बाद गिनना छोड़ दिया था। तो वो भी हमें नहीं पता एग्जैक्टली, बट हाँ फर्स्ट गिग वाज 15 सितंबर 1991, आई मीन द ऑफिशियल गिग। at Father Agnes School. Of course, it was the first show. I still remember it had one band that was the pro band, and we were four people that were debuting that day, four bands. So and तू तो था ही यार, इतने 6 महीने से रिहर्सल कर रहे थे and stuff like that. But I think, you know, what will sum it up very beautifully is that if someone asks us that, 32 years, 33 years, how does it feel? It's been such a long journey. So one thing that we all, seriously I'm telling you, feel is that, we don't feel it's been a long journey. It just feels like yesterday. So I guess you will know that we still do the same thing. We still do the same masti, same thing. अभी भी वो अगर मित्तल निक्कर पहन के आता है फ्लाइट में और गिटार डाल रहा है तो हम अभी भी उसकी निक्कर उतार देते हैं. तो हम अभी तक वैसे ही हैं.
बस दाढ़ी चिट्टी हो गई.
दाढ़ी तो
Is this why you were called the most hardworking band? इसका क्या मतलब हुआ?
यार I seriously have no idea on that. Because मैंने भी वो जब कवर आया था तो ही पढ़ा था.
अच्छा.
तो अब ये.
But are you the most? I don't know
I
what
don't
is the
think
meaning
so.
of hardworking
No,
band.
it's a very broad term. Probably, frankly, हमने ज़्यादा इस बारे में सोचा नहीं. But I don't think so. I think there are millions and trillions of bands everywhere in this country and all who work very, very hard. Probably much harder than us. Because यार हमारे लिए यार अब वो टाइम देना पॉसिबल थोड़ा ना, बिकॉज हमारा ये प्रोफेशन नहीं है. ये हम अभी तक ये English rock and roll तभी कर रहे हैं क्योंकि 33 years ago we had which I'm saying we probably had this vision that if you have to do rock and roll all your life, make sure your homes are run by other things. It can be related things. You can do studio work, you can do freelance in other bands, you can do whatever, or do or start a startup, or like I do a artist management company, or do whatever you want. अगर आपका घर, don't depend on rock and roll in English to make your houses running and live a life that you dream to live. I'm just giving you an example.
तो ये अभी भी you hold true by that statement now?
I think it's the good part about delinking income sources with this is that it gives us the freedom to do exactly what we want to do, and we don't have to do something that we don't want to do. If we don't have to play, for instance, or make music in a language that we don't want to for whatever reason. If we want to play one set which only has Deep Purple songs, just because we want to do it, we will do it because it is okay.
But is that the playbook, पाजी? मतलब ये पूरा अलग सेक्शन था, बट हम बातों बातों में ठीक है कर रहे हैं कि is that the playbook for a new band which is watching today and they want to be full-time musicians, कि do not depend on music for your income? Would you say that now?
No, I never said music. I said specifically rock music in English. I'm talking about our vision, our thinking, our talks 33 years. Even today, I will advise anyone who wants to do music that, no problem, go ahead, dive into it. Until you dive into it, and you're 22, 23, 18, 16, and, do it. Even if you try it for 4, 5, 6 years, do it. Even if you fail, no problem. Otherwise, you'll be 30 and you'll say, man, I could have tried it. And I didn't. So I advise that to everyone who does that. A lot of my people who call me, who I don't even know, that my kids, we are confused. I said, let them do it. If you are so hell bent and you live in 100 years ago, your mindset, then at least, okay, give them 3 years, give them 5 years. At least let them do it, bro. Because so many people call us now who were our colleagues or even 10 years younger and say, listen, we want to leave our corporate jobs and want to come back and do music. So to them also I say, man, you're earning 4 lakhs a month. Okay, do, and you have Saturday, Sunday off, do music on Saturday, Sunday. If you start earning 2 lakhs a month, then leave that, na? You can't leave that and say, I'll start from scratch.
But क्या possible है पैसा कमाना for a band in India?
See, पैसा कमाना है, but then again, it doesn't have to be only live, right? Right. So what I'm trying to say is that आप उसके साथ, चलो आप, मैं कहता हूँ, अगर आप लाइव शोज की बात कर रहे हो, आप साल में 50 शो करोगे, 60 शो करोगे, that means आप 305 दिन क्या करोगे? उसमें से 100 दिन आप रिहर्सल के रख लो, तो आप 200 दिन क्या करोगे? भाई उन 200 दिन में आप स्टूडियो वर्क करो, डॉक्यूमेंट्री फिल्म्स के लिए म्यूजिक बनाओ, उसके लिए बनाओ, आप एक एड फिल्म बनाओ, आप डॉक्यूमेंट जो भी करना है करो, दूसरे बैंड्स में बजाओ. व्हेन यू गो, वी हैव नेवर स्टॉप्ड एनीबडी इन परिक्रमा टू गो एंड प्ले इन अदर बैंड्स. द प्रायोरिटी इज परिक्रमा. You go and play wherever you want to play, because wherever you go, you will learn new things from new people and incorporate it back into the band. So it's always a growth story. I know some bands and all who are probably, I'll say, a little myopic in their mindset. They'll say, no, you can't go play there, you can't go play there. We have never stopped anyone to go and play.
आप तो अलग अलग जगह पे बजाते हो, and you write in your bio moonlighting for परिक्रमा.
This is the second phase of my life now. But I have a different, I mean, I have a similar story or thought process to this, to your question also. You know, I feel it's very important to have clarity. For instance, like what he said, that 33 years ago, he had this vision that if you de-link this, it will help us be independent and do whatever we want to do. I feel like where a lot of younger musicians today sort of get caught into this thing is that, you know, you need to take a very practical look at this, and this is something, a word that he always uses, and I feel like it's a great word because it forces you to sort of think deeper about what you really want out of your life and what are you optimizing for. Forgive the startup language, but what are you optimizing for in your life? If you are optimizing for X amount of money, of comfortable, stable income, then, and if you still want to do it within music, you will have to compromise on maybe the kind of music that you really want to play. And there is no compromise in that sense. I look at it as, I mean, I ran a studio and I produced music for like 15 years, right? I have made Bhojpuri music, I have made Haryanvi music, and I don't look at it as a compromise. For me, it's like, if I'm a working musician and I want X amount of money in my bank, I will do whatever it takes to do that. And if I feel like I'm blessed to be able to get that money by playing music or by making music, where I feel like a lot of younger musicians get caught or get stuck is that, oh, I want to play music that only maybe a very small population listens to, but I also want X amount of money, but I also want all of these things. I feel like this is not a right way to sort of look about it, because you'll only suffer through it, you know? Like, you have to think about what you really want to do and what are you optimizing for. If your creative vision is so important to you, then you need to be okay with it giving you whatever it gives you or doesn't give you.
Yeah.
For instance, there are indie bands in America today who are very happy, like they are very adamant that we will not be signed to a record label. We will make the music that we really want to make, whether 20 people listen to you, whether 80 people listen to you, whether 2,000 people listen to you. I don't care. This is the music that I make. And I am willing to travel in a bus through the country, living off of whatever money I make off of merch, and whatever food that gives me, I will eat that food and be happy with it. Great. At least you have clarity on your vision. I feel like this clarity is something that a lot of people struggle with, and it's very difficult to have.
आ जाती है यार, थोड़े टाइम बाद आ जाती है.
थोड़े
Because,
time बाद
you know,
आती है.
क्या होता है, जैसे हम लोग जो आपसे बात कर रहे थे initially was mainly because of English rock and roll back in 1991. वो आप याद रखिए
Exactly.
कि वो era क्या था और आज का era for indie musicians क्या है. Today you have 2500 million thousand times more opportunity, festivals, this, that. Even younger kids who are, I think, have much more opportunities. It's much better than what.
Is
our
it
era
easier
was.
to be a full-time musician today than 30 years back?
Yeah,
Definitely.
101%.
Definitely.
101%, and so is also the competition.
Yeah.
You know, and so it's like, yeah, but if I look at it overall, I think million times more easier now. उस टाइम तो यार, I'll give you an example of my नानी. मैं अपनी नानी को बोलता था, यार मेरा बैंड है परिक्रमा है, हम म्यूजिक बजाते हो, अरे वो शादियों में बजाते हो दूल्हे के आगे. बैंड का मतलब ही ट्रस्ट मी ब्रो, एंड बिकॉज आई वाज मैनेजिंग लॉट ऑफ.
आपको ऑफर आया है वेडिंग पे बजाने
हाँ
के
जी,
लिए?
क्या जी?
वेडिंग पे बजाने के लिए ऑफर आए थे उस टाइम पे?
अपनी शादी में आया था बीबी को, मैंने मना कर दिया था. If you never played
नहीं मजाक कर रहा हूँ, बताइए प्लीज.
नहीं मजाक करो, तो पता है यार हम कौन सा तेरे वो फिनटेक वाले क्या होता है, जो भी होते हैं वो
नहीं,
वो
but ये
इसको
है
पकड़ेंगे.
startup
हाँ,
वाले, हाँ.
हम तो anyway, तो what I'm just trying to say is that even if I look at my main earning source is my artist management company, and of course the fact that I started investing, probably one of the few musicians of that time who had the thing of investing when I was 14 years old. I started investing money from there also. ₹2 का recurring account खोल के Model Town post office में. So I'm just giving you an example. So I started, so luckily I had that corpus which and stuff like that. But today the bands that I manage, majority of them we give it to the corporate sector, and in COVID we changed tracks because corporate shows were not happening, only wedding shows were happening. So we started taking wedding shows. Most of the bands play every genre, from Bollywood to Punjabi to the whatever genre they specialize in, electronica, Punjabi, everything. So that's fine. That is my earning source, you know. So that is the separate company. But if I have to go and play Bollywood, I don't really get it from inside or the feel to play it only for money, you know. So when I do, and personally हर बंदा अलग होता है यार, so मैं अपनी आपको बता रहा हूँ, I can't go and do that for something that I don't feel for. Practically thinking, feeling means I put my entire that thing कि ये this is my earning source and I have to have that comfortable life from here so I can do parikrama all my life. If I was not earning enough from either of the things, probably अगर परिक्रमा को हमने मेन अर्निंग सोर्स कर लिया होता तो उस टाइम पे माइंडसेट आपको बताता हूँ एग्जैक्टली वर्ड्स क्या आते हैं जो मैंने 91 में सबको बताए थे। वो यार अभी तो आप कर रहे हो और हमें 1000 रुपये शो में मिल रहे हैं, आप लोग को थोड़ा थोड़ा हम दे रहे हैं, बड़ा खुश है, ठीक है। उसके बाद समर में 6 महीने 7 महीने शोज नहीं होंगे, एंड उसके बाद क्या होगा, अभी आप 17 साल के हो, उसके बाद आपकी गर्लफ्रेंड बनेगी, फिर आपका थोड़े टाइम बाद आपको मैंने बाइक खरीदनी है, गाड़ी का तो सोच ही नहीं सकते थे उस टाइम पे, एंड यू नो सो एक्सपेंसेस ग्रो, देन यू people used to get married that time at 23, 24. So, you know, you can't expect कि आप ये भी करोगे, वो भी करेंगे, फिर मैं घर भी खरीद दूंगा, सब कुछ हो जाएगा from playing in an English rock band.
ठीक है, थोड़ा सा समझाओ ना, अगर आज एक बैंड गाना बजाता है यार एक बंदा, तो व्हाट नेक्स्ट, व्हाट आर द सोर्सेज, बिकॉज यू मैनेज बैंड्स एंड यू ऑब्वियसली 30 साल का आपका एक्सपीरियंस है, तो क्या अपॉर्चुनिटीज़ हैं टू अर्न फॉर अ म्यूजिशियन टुडे? डू यू थिंक स्ट्रीमिंग प्लेटफॉर्म्स आर गिविंग इनफ मनी और लाइव शोज और यूट्यूब, क्या अपॉर्चुनिटीज?
तो देखिए हमारे टाइम में तो कोई स्ट्रीमिंग प्लेटफॉर्म ये वगैरह कुछ होते नहीं थे, तो हमारा तो था ही खाली लाइव. आई स्टिल थिंक दैट व्हाट यू कैन अर्न आउट ऑफ वन लाइव शो, यू कांट अर्न probably all your life from it. It depends on what level you have reached. अगर आप 20-30 लाख रुपए 40 लाख रुपए लेते हो एक शो का, you know, and I mean इंडी में तो बहुत कम है. I don't know how much of these top Hindi, Prateek Kuhars and all that, okay, others like that, I don't know how much do they charge, but I'm sure they must be earning very well from the streaming platform as well. But the bottom line comes is how many of them over there who are earning so well. I mean, I remember Vijay from OK Listen, my friend, telling me that their highest selling in terms of earning wise was Local Train. Local Train के इतने ज़्यादा streams थे that it used to be. But again, कितने time तक वो होगा? If suppose you a Local Train or an XYZ earns 2 lakhs per year, per month also, divided into a lot of people, but I'm sure that their one live show will be probably, if I was their manager, I would have sold, and such a cult band, even there, they still hold a very big that thing amongst their fans. It's unfortunate they're not together. I would have not sold them for less than 5-6 lakhs. And if I do 6 shows or 7 shows of theirs in a month, you can calculate.
अभी मैंने एक और बैंड का इंटरव्यू किया था जिन्होंने ओके लिसन पे टॉप 5 में पहुंचे थे वो, उन्होंने बोला लाइफ टाइम अर्निंग हमारी ओके लिसन से 3 लाख रुपए थी. 2014 की बात है.
2014 में
ओके, लाइफ टाइम अर्निंग फ्रॉम दैट प्लेटफॉर्म वाज 3 लाख, एंड दैट्स व्हाट आल्सो दे सेड कि यार ये इससे मतलब मेरे को जब मैंने पढ़ा तो मैंने कहा ओके लिसन पे टॉप 5 स्ट्रीमिंग में आ गए, बट दे सेड दैट्स अबाउट इट मैन, 3 लाख में एक वीडियो नहीं बनती.
बट यार वही ना बड़ी. तो आई पर्सनली थिंक दैट इफ in any time, so I think this platforms should be used more to spread your music, to or how I treat it at the present moment, to do that. No harm again यार, पैसा आ रहा है तो मना थोड़ा ना करोगे आप. बट अगर आप सोचो कि मैं बस अपने गाने करके Spotify और Apple Music में डालता रहूँगा और मैं तो लाखों करोड़ों कमा लूँगा, वो नहीं होने वाला. You know, so treat it as a tool to make your music spread. And we did it in a very different way. I'll tell you that also, how we did it in the 90s. So, आप उसको वो करो, उसमें से जो अर्निंग आ रही है, treat it as a bonus, you know. और अच्छी आ रही है और बहुत अच्छा रहा है, then we are very happy. But then अगेन वैसे कितने होंगे लाइव? तो यार आज के डेट में आपका एक बैंड जो 10 दिन पहले बना है उसके लिए भी अपॉर्चुनिटी है. ही माइट एंड अप गेटिंग 10,000 टू प्ले अ लाइव गिग.
मैंने सुना है कि मेरे जो दोस्त हैं जो अभी नए बैंड बना रहे उनको पैसे देने पड़ते हैं गिग लेने के लिए.
यार देने पड़ते तो मैंने सुना नहीं, पर वेस्ट में ये एक बहुत कॉन्सेप्ट है आपको पता है वेस्ट में जो बड़े बैंड्स होते हैं, अगर इफ दे गिव अपॉर्चुनिटी टू यंगर बैंड्स और एनी बैंड्स टू ओपन, they have a system where you can pay them to open, because they say that the exposure you'll get to play
Correct.
in front of 10,000 of my fans. I don't know about India. I don't think so. ऐसे
बिकॉज इट इज़ रिलेटेड, जैसे अगर आप यहाँ पे किसी अच्छे किसी पब में इफ़ यू गेट अ गिग, इट इज़ ऑल्सो रिलेटेड टू हाउ मेनी पीपल विल कम ऑन योर नेम.
Right.
yeah.
Right? And to reach that level, you first have to do a few gigs. And to do a few gigs, you have to pay that pub to get a slot for the gig.
अच्छा नहीं, not that I have done or I have ever ended up paying that. Frankly, if I will think that if I have to pay even for Parikrama, if I end up, let's say, opening in Wembley Stadium for, let's say, a Led Zeppelin or something, and if I have to pay 5 lakhs also, I'll pay it. You know?
Exposure.
यार it's not only exposure, it is about कि यार मैंने वेम्बले बजाना है, and exposure तो क्या करेंगे यार, ultimately मैं वहाँ एक शो करके वापस आ जाऊँगा ना, 3 दिन में सब भूल जाएंगे. It's not a life lasting thing that you end up playing. I'm talking about जो हमारे माइंड में यार कभी चलो वेम्बले बजाएंगे या कभी आई एम टॉकिंग अबाउट लेड जेपलिन मोर फ्रैंकली, वो चाहे वो मैं उनके लिए आपके कहीं पे यहाँ पे भी बजा लूँ रॉबर्ट प्लांट के साथ, तो जॉन वॉनम होता तो अलग बात है. जस्ट टू गिव एन एग्जांपल यार, इट्स मोर अबाउट द फील, तो वी टेक इट लुक एट इट वेरी डिफरेंटली. बट हो सकता है मे बी सम प्लेसेस डू और सम ऑर्गेनाइजर्स आर एक्चुअली सच, मैं तो आई कॉल इट सच लो ग्रेड दैट दे विल आस्क बैंड्स फॉर मनी टू let them play, don't pay them. Give them a deal. If I was there, I would feel very ashamed to take money from a musician to let them play in any pub यार. और मेरे को अगर कोई मेरे आर्टिस्ट के लिए बोले और मुझे पता है कि यार उसने बॉलीवुड गाने बजाने 30 लोगों के सामने बजा, so it does make sense. Maximum you tell them, okay bro, don't pay us. That's practical because you have to start from low. वो again personally speaking, फ्री में है तो मेरे को ना आई फाइंड इट डिग्रेडिंग द आर्टिस्ट, यू नो. बट
You've played for free with the other bands?
Yeah, when I think we were starting out, I don't think we played for free. We played for a very minimal amount, but we always made sure that we got paid to play. Even if it was a very tiny token amount of money, even if that money never came. There were a lot of times where it didn't come, but we never agreed to play a gig for free simply because I think that, and I'm not talking about like these kind of shows, which is like obviously like a benefit show or whatever.
We do only charity concerts.
Charity concerts is a different issue, but like I think playing for free is not a good thing. And again, something that I learned from him only, that if you're doing this, you are degrading your own price now in the market, and you will never grow from there. So there's no point of doing that. So we were very, very clear about that from get-go.
उस टाइम पे आपके पास मैनेजर नहीं थे ना अच्छे.
नहीं, बट एक और मैं आपको चीज़ बताता हूँ ना. सो बीइंग इन द इंडस्ट्री फॉर सो लॉन्ग, आपको पता होता है, सपोज ये वाला पब वाला जो बंदा है ना, ये बैंड्स को एक्सप्लॉइट ही करता है. वो अगर मुझे फ़ोन करके बोलेगा तो मैं कहूँगा तू मरा अपनी जाके. अब अगर मुझे टर्कॉइस कॉटेज एक पब है, वहाँ गौरव सराल साहब फ़ोन करते हैं और वो मुझे बोलते हैं यार ये है, एंड मुझे पता है उस बंदे ने अपनी पूरी लाइफ बिता दी रॉक एंड रोल प्रमोट करने में. अगर कह रहा है यार नया टीसी खुल रहा है, जैसे न्यू टीसी वो नो अनफॉर्चुनेटली इट्स नॉट देयर एनी लॉन्गर, इट्स ओरिजिनल वन ऑफ द ओरिजिनल रॉक एंड रोल पब्स इन दिल्ली. उससे पहले DV8 होते थे, बहुत सारे होते थे. अब उनके लास्ट उसमें करके हमने कहा यार तुम कुछ पैसे ही नहीं चाहिए.
थोड़ा चैनल भी के बारे में बताओ ना, कैसा था एक्सपीरियंस?
Launchpad was very, I think it was a defining time for us. मैं
अभी चलता है वो शो?
नहीं अभी नहीं चलता. I think पहले 2-3 सीजन ही चला था वो.
Because बाकी रोटीज और वो सब तो बहुत टाइम से
चल रहा है, but वो English rock.
So how was the experience, Cyanide?
It was very, very good. I in fact met Rohan recently. Cyanide के हम लोग वही बात कर रहे थे कि it was a very different time यार. 2006, 2005, 6 I think. And we got lucky with it because we caught the beginning of that wave and saw it till the end, till about 11, 12, which is when it was really, really peaking. It was a great experience, yaar. I mean, to have a English rock band playing on national television 5 nights a week, it was crazy. Like for us, it was a mad thing because, and that time Channel V was one of maybe like 20 channels. On TV, like there were,
and it was right, MTV Channel V. VH1, I don't know VH1.
VH1 came later. MTV का ही था. But you know, you see all this is related. जो जैसे from your first question also, कि बैंगलोर में अगर आपको ऐसा लगता है पूरे इंडिया में उस टाइम पे इंग्लिश रॉक बैंड्स को नेशनल टीवी भी करता था, रेडियो भी करते थे, वो भी करता था, फिर एक टाइम हो गया वो खत्म हो गया, एंड नाउ स्लोली इट्स कमिंग
It's coming back.
Is it coming back?
It is coming back.
It will come back.
I mean, just to give an example, abhi we shot a thing for Salim Suleiman's channel called Merchant Record. I think we were the only English
Rock band.
there.
कब आ रहा है वो? या आ गया?
I
July.
think, yeah, July onward it's starting. I don't know कि हमारा कब आएगा, but जो present circumstances हैं, उसमें see, like we did, I believe, on The Tourist. I forgot which channel it came on, Fox Traveler or whatever, some channel. So the point is that एक time पे वो that was okay to have English rock bands doing that. And suddenly, last 7, 8, 10 years, we lost that. In fact, पहले every college had a rock night, and rock night meant a English
अब नहीं
rock
होती
night.
क्या?
No.
अरे मैं बिट्स पिलाने नहीं जाता था।
इतने साल हो गए अब now past 4-5 years, maybe like 7-8 years, it is really declined. Rock
आईटी
almost
दिल्ली
IIT Delhi
मतलब मैं नॉर्थ की बात कर रहा हूँ।
ब्लिट्सली
मैं
होता है, कंपटीशन
हाँ,
होता है
हाँ,
अभी भी, पिलानी पे कंपटीशन होता है अभी भी, बट
Oasis.
the headliner
yeah.
headlining acts are very very less यार. Like
No,
headlining
होते ही नहीं है.
rock acts are very less.
English rock.
English rock acts very very less यार.
So also, all your college festivals have been taken over by one corporate company, and it works for the younger kids because they end up seeing huge acts like Salim Suleiman and this and that, and they handle everything. It's very easy for them. They have sponsors as well. I don't know how ultimately it works, but what a little bit of I know is that they end up giving they do deals with these top bands and top Bollywood acts and stuff like that, and so they provide them. But almost every college act that had a very active English rock night and stuff like that in terms of professional night, I don't even frankly remember even one that's on now.
Yeah.
So is this India or is this you see world over?
No, it's basically in India. I'm talking about India at the moment.
I think world over is still world over niches are still very very relevant. So like Dave Matthews Band, for instance, in the US, they never went mainstream like where they played like I think they played Madison Square Garden or whatever else it is, but their primary audience was always like small college towns. And today also they do the same thing, and it's always going to be like that because I think the audiences are very very the model is very different. It's not like it's a pay to see model. India, the pay to see model is not there, right? Like nobody pays for like a college gig also is not gonna, like the audience is not paying money to see it.
No, but some jagah ho gaya ab season.
Really?
Yeah, so like even if you're having these bigger acts and stuff like that, so and kids have more disposable income than what we had or we could even think of.
That's
so
why
for
you
them
need
buying
places like Jar, no?
buying 300, 500 rupees ticket is not difficult. But overall, if you say you're correct, in world over, rock music is not what it was 20 years ago.
Yeah.
But trust me, it's making a huge comeback.
Yeah.
It's making a huge comeback everywhere, including. See, rock music, I don't think so, frankly, not just because that I am playing in it and stuff like that, but I don't think so it can ever go. It has survived beautifully for 40, 50, 60, 70 years. And it's not going to go away. But it's just that a lot of a generation, from 20 years ago, listening to the sounds of guitar, shifted from guitar-based music to keyboard-based music, and which is coming back now. You are getting a lot of new acts and stuff like that who are good out and all rock and roll. You have a lot of festivals that are programming rock bands again, and things are changing, like it's happening in India as well.
चलो इंडिया के अंदर ये मेरे बहुत सारे दोस्त तो सब इसके दिल्ली वर्सेस बैंगलोर वर्सेस बॉम्बे, मतलब आप थोड़ा सीन बताओ इंडिया में रॉक सीन कैसा चल रहा है, आपके जो गिग्स हैं, हाउ डू यू फील द डिफरेंस इन द क्राउड, डू यू फील द डिफरेंस इन एनर्जी और द रिलेटेबिलिटी टू रॉक एंड रोल, हाउ इज इट गोइंग? अभी आपने कल इधर प्ले किया, आप तो प्ले करते रहते हो, इंडिया का रॉक सीन समझाओ।
सो मेरे हिसाब से जैसे बैंगलोर में आपको बताऊँ, बैंगलोर साउथ इंडिया में आपको बताता हूँ, जैसे साउथ इंडिया में जो मैंने अगर मैं इन तीनों 3 cities जो आपने बोली हैं उसके हिसाब से देखता हूँ,
You can add Calcutta also to this, so it will be good. North, south, east, west.
I think so basically probably Calcutta and overall South India, because I can't not now talk about Kerala and other places also. Again, the emergence, they were already there, but the local dialect bands are doing extremely well, which you will not find in Bombay and Delhi.
Yeah.
Doing original music.
Yeah.
Now, in Delhi, majority of the bands that are doing in Hindi are again doing for the corporate or the wedding circuit. You have very few. I'm not saying they're not, but there are very few bands who are doing original music in Hindi and killing it that way. So, Bombay as well, I guess, yeah, they're all related to a little bit of here or there or Bollywood and stuff
चलो
like
आपका
that.
फेवरेट बताओ कुछ तो बताओ ना
But
थोड़ा
I also feel at this that rock music, the way that it is right now, the niche, it's so niche right now कि the people who really like rock music ना वो आ जाते हैं यार. Because gigs भी ज़्यादा तो होते नहीं है, public gigs, तो वो हर जगह आ जाते हैं. मतलब आप दिल्ली में बजाओगे, वो गिने चुने जो आपको पता है जो आने वाले हैं वो सारे आ जाएंगे. बॉम्बे में we played iRock, there were people somehow who showed up, and we, like, honestly, I didn't realize how many people would show up for iRock, like when we played the first time, but it was packed. Same with Bandland, like, again, proper rock festival, still full. We go to Calcutta, we play at a place like someplace else which is known for like rock music or like English music in that sense, packed. So I feel like it is at that point where it is now back to being a subculture and it's not pop culture,
So-
which is why
सप्लेजर पे तो मैं ऐसे करूँगा पैक हो जाएगा शाहरुख खान की तरह इतना ही कर लूँ मैं इतना तो है बेचारा but it's a cult place.
and
Yeah.
that's what I think, that it's not pop culture today. So there is, the niche will always come through. When it becomes popular again, as I think, as he said, it will, because I think these are all cyclical things. Like, just like fashion, music is very cyclical. It will come and go, and whatever else will happen. Then we'll see. Like, then is when this, I think, will be a more relevant sort of thing to think about, because तब समझ आएगी कि actually में लोग आ रहे हैं कि नहीं आ रहे. अभी तो है, the people who are diehard fans will come through, and they'll come anywhere.
No, but so because even on our social media now that we've started handling it ourselves a little bit, or when we go and meet people in our shows, we find so many people who come and tell us, oh, we saw you in college, like you did,
Correct.
and we are back again now after 20 years and stuff. Like, we just played a show at the Piano Man, and it was a sold-out show, and they had an entry ticket, I think, of 1,500 plus
$1,500 yeah.
taxes, which is 1,900, nothing included, to almost 2,000 bucks entry into a pub. But it's a different world, that pub. But it was all sold out. In fact, they had to last day put some cheaper tickets for walk-ins and stuff like that, for people who had to stand without sitting. So we got a lot of people there who were probably coming back to see Parikrama after 4 years, 5 years, 10 years, 12 years, and there are regulars also who will come. So you do get, but then there's a huge not emerging, but huge metal scene as well that is happening. They're doing so many metal festivals here every 3 months, 6 months, and people are coming. So it was something that had almost become zero, let's say 4-5 years ago. It's coming back in a big way. Rock, metal, everything.
सर थोड़ा बताओ ना, उस टाइम पे लाइव शो का कितना चार्ज करते थे?
यार, हमने अपना पहला शो जो किया था 15 सितंबर, हमने 500 रुपये लिए थे, और वो उनको इतना पसंद आया. वो मुझे अभी भी याद है, एक स्टैनली व्यास हैं, उसके फादर,
wow.
अपने एवो के जो फादर हैं, ही वॉज द फर्स्ट ऑर्गेनाइजर. ही ओनली इंट्रोड्यूस अस टू विल्फ्रेड हैमरम, हु वॉज द मेन ऑर्गेनाइजर. Stanley was working with him in Hoskas. I still remember that meeting also. And I still remember going to take the money, but the show went off so well. They were so happy, पूरे फट गई जनता की. उन्होंने हमको 500 रुपये ईच दिए. और उस टाइम पे 500 रुपये ईच हमने कभी जिंदगी में देखे ही नहीं थे. यार, दोज वर वेरी डिफरेंट टाइम. जब हम स्कूल में भी अगर आप टिफिन नहीं लेके जा रहे हैं ना, तो घर में मम्मी 1 रुपये 2 रुपये से ऊपर नहीं देती थी. 50 पैसे का समोसा आता था. तो 500 bucks was something that we couldn't think of. Yeah, but see, it all depends again. So this became such a hit that from there only people started meeting other people in the band. That time we didn't know who's going to market it. I was the most experienced because मैं सबसे senior था. But वो प्रशांत को कोई मिल रहा है, कोई उसको मिल रहा है, धीरे धीरे करते हुए till the time we finished about 40-50 gigs in that season, and the last show was which is now IIT Roorkee, पहले REC Roorkee होता था, 18th of March in 1992. So from 500 rupees in September to end of March, we had increased the price to 18,000.
18,000 1992.
92 जो आपको 18 मार्च, उसकी ऑडियो रिकॉर्डिंग भी है अभी तक मेरे पास, वो भी बेच सकता हूँ मैं जान को।
नहीं भेजो सर।
भेज नहीं रहा, बेच दूंगा। आपसे पैसे लूंगा मैं अपना म्यूजिक के।
तो कोई किस्से बताओ, एक किस्सा बताओ ना, कोई
कहाँ का?
कोई भी ऐसे आयरन मेडन के साथ या कुछ भी।
हाँ यार,
फूके वूके की नहीं?
पिछले 1 घंटे से तेरे को किस्से ही बता रहा हूँ।
नहीं यार, अभी और तो बैक स्टेज किस्से और बताओ ना।
और बैक से तो यार बहुत मस्ती करते हैं, अभी भी करते हैं। हाँ, वो थोड़ा अब फ्रैंकली वो कम हो गया। जैसे मैं फ्रैंकली अब मतलब सो बाय द वे, आई नो वेदर यू विल से, वी आर एक्चुअली, आपका एक क्वेश्चन भी था ना, वी आर अ फेक रॉक बैंड, क्योंकि हम शो से पहले दारू नहीं पीते हैं।
वो क्वेश्चन मेरा नहीं है, वो पता है आपने पढ़ा क्वेश्चन? आप गूगल पे लिखो इज परिक्रमा और देन वेट फॉर द सजेशंस, तो उसमें आता है फेक और रियल। ये गूगल का सजेशन है।
तो उसका भी मैं आपको आंसर बता दूंगा अभी। नहीं, मैं तो आपको बता रहा था कि हम फेक रॉक बैंड है, नॉट आउट द क्वेश्चन, बिकॉज हम टाइम पे आते हैं, शो टाइम पे खत्म कर देते हैं, रिस्पेक्टिंग अदर बैंड्स, फ्रिज विज नहीं तोड़ते, कुछ उल्टा सीधा नहीं करते, और शो से अभी तक 33 साल हो गए। इट्स अ रूल इन द बैंड दैट नोबडी विल टच लिकर बिफोर द शो, एंड वी स्टिल मेंटेन दैट। पॉडकास्ट के बाद आप, हाँ चलो, एक वही पिलाऊंगा आपको।
सो व्हाट इज योर मोस्ट मेमोरेबल मोमेंट? अब तो आपको बहुत साल हो गए परिक्रमा के साथ।
Yeah, I think I can write a book on memorable moments. But
कभी आपको ऑफर है डॉक्यूमेंट्री का?
बहुत बार आए हैं।
उस पे आता हूँ।
but I think yeah, there are just so many things now that have happened. It feels like a blur in a lifetime, and it, like, I can't remember or pinpoint things, but like, for instance, I think we've just been through so much as a family together that it's crazy. Like, the one thing off the top of my head is we were in Arunachal for our video shoot for Tears of the Wizard, and we are in the middle of nowhere. This is literally a place called Mechuka, which is 20 kilometers as the crow flies from the China border, if I'm not mistaken, and population of maybe like 200 people.
नहीं ज़्यादा है।
2,000 people, whatever it is, no signal, no nothing, whatever it is. We had to, like, we drove there, so you have to drive and cross like some ferry on the Brahmaputra, and then drive for 2 days across terrible roads to get to this one place, which is gorgeous. Shot our video, everything was done. We are supposed to go back in a chopper, right? And there's a chopper that is supposed to come, and there is no airport, there is no airfield, there is one small patch of tarmac belonging to the army, right? And we are standing on that with all of our gear, all of our luggage, everything there, waiting for the chopper to come and pick us up. And we suddenly see a chopper coming, and we are like, wow, this is great, we're going back to civilization, amazing, this, that, the other. And this chopper comes and it circles first on top, and we're like, okay, great, it's gonna land. Then we see it go that side, it comes back, then we see it standing over there, and suddenly we see it disappear into the distance. And we have no idea where it's gone, why is it gone, or what has happened. And there is nobody we can call, there is nobody we can ask what is happening, because none of our phones are working. And so then the Indian Army, luckily being the great people that they are, they kept there was a cantonment over there, they kept our bags, they fed us lunch in the mess. Him and I went out, tried to walk to some village, got 2 sumos, which were the only 2 sumos in that region, came back with them, all of us with our crew and our equipment, sat in those 2 sumos and drove somewhere, and finally managed to get a flight.
No, I found
हुआ क्या था?
पता नहीं हमें क्या हुआ था।
नहीं, वो मैं बताता हूँ आपको
इनको
क्या हुआ
पता
था।
है।
वो बेसिकली दे केम इन, एंड यहाँ पे फ्यूल का एक बहुत बड़ा टैंकर था, that was standing there. So it's a protocol that they cannot land with a fuel tanker. So the वो अब जिसकी भी गलती थी, I don't know, but it wasn't supposed to be there. So the pilot didn't land and he went back. And so अब क्या करें, प्लान बी सी थोड़ा दिमाग तो लगाया हुआ था। अब लकीली फाउंड अ PCO that was working. तो मेचुका में जब हम गए थे, अब तो चेंज हो गया, बाय द वे, you don't have to cross that Brahmaputra. There was that bridge, it's open now.
अच्छा, हाँ, अभी ब्रिज पे हम लोग अभी कहाँ गए थे, पासी घाट गए थे। हाँ, so
the bridge is now open, but when we went, दैट वाज द टाइम लाइक दैट. एंड ऑल्सो वहाँ पे एक ही टावर था, सेल वहाँ पे है, but वो सेल टावर भी कुछ एजिटेशन में वो तोड़ दिया गया था. तो वी वर टोटली कट ऑफ फॉर 9-10 days. नो सेल फोन, नो कॉन्टैक्ट, इन नथिंग एट ऑल. Army again had given that thing to one lady there. There was a satellite phone, but they were using it with the counter as a pay phone. So the whole village and people who were there only had that one way of communication. So anyway, तो जब यानी भी ये नहीं हुआ तो फिर we found a PCO. From there we started making all the calls, जिसका लगे ना मिले, including a friend in Itanagar. फिर we got through one of our friends and he said, okay, आप ये नाम लिखो, वहाँ पर पहुँचो, मैं वहाँ पे कुछ अरेंजमेंट कराता हूँ. तो वहाँ, और उसके अलावा मैंने उसको रिक्वेस्ट की कि भाई हमारा शो था उसके 2 दिन बाद, विजक्राफ्ट का बहुत बड़ा शो था. वी हैड टू बी देयर इन जोधपुर और समथिंग विद एहसान नूरानी एंड एवरीबॉडी कमिंग इन. एंड ही सेड वी हैव टू बी बैक. नहीं, जयपुर था या दिल्ली था, आई थिंक विद
some gig was there, I remember.
It was Jodhpur, and also it was the Play for a Cause show for in CP, where Raman Negi also.
Right.
Because I remember calling Raman Negi from the PCO, and he was like, "तुम्हारा phone नहीं मिल रहा, I don't even know it's on or not." I said, "No, it's on. The show is on."
Last question, जो हम सबको पूछते हैं, I think we're at episode 30 or I don't remember now. What's the value of money to you from where you started to now? I'm assuming you have some money, but what's the value of money to you? And the same question applies to you, क्योंकि आप तो और भी 500 रुपए वाले टाइम से आ रहे हो.
You can answer first.
Yeah, value to money to me is that I think, frankly, till today, I don't know how much money I make and I don't care a fuck about it. I don't know what is my turnover. I don't know what is my turnover, predicted turnover. I don't really work like that. I just keep working. So I love working, and the money is always there. It's never that thing. My second biggest thing is that I think that if I have money and it's lying in my saving accounts, you know, is the most stupid thing to do, and wastage of money making money. I would rather invest it in an equity mutual fund or whatever. Now I know about JAR, so I'll go and study about that also. So in terms of if I have money making money, then is like, you know, again, as I told you, instead of it being there, it's better it's invested in the right thing. And otherwise, personally, I don't really run after money or thinking कि मुझे इस साल 10 रुपए का टर्नओवर करना है या 20 रुपए का करना है. पर जितना मैं सोचता हूँ, टचवुड अभी तक कभी कमी होती नहीं, because I just keep working. That's it.
I think for me, value of money is just freedom and optionality. Just if you have something and you don't have to think about basic things that you have to do, you can spend your days doing whatever you need to do and whatever really drives you. So that's just about it.
Okay. Last word about artists, because there's someone who's already in the community. Just tell us what you're doing with that.
Yeah, so as a friend of mine makes fun of me saying that I left my boring rockstar life to get into the startup ecosystem, I think I got interested in health a long time ago, simply because I have struggled with health. I used to be a really overweight kid and have gone through a bunch of health issues, both me and my co-founder. And so we decided to make it easier for people to just live healthier lives. Like, why should you spend your time trying to figure out what to do? So we try and make that easier.
So let's see which one is more boring, the startup life or the rockstar life?
I don't know.
But 4 बज रहे हैं पाजी, आपकी फ्लाइट है और ये बैंगलोर है. थैंक यू सो मच.
शुक्र है संडे है, तो 3 बजे निकलना पड़ता है.
नहीं, संडे का कुछ पता नहीं है. अभी थोड़ी बारिश हो गई तो फिर देखना क्या हाल होगा. थैंक यू सो मच. मज़ा आया मेरे को. तो अगर आपके पास और 1 घंटा होता तो मैं 1 घंटा और निकाल लेता. बट थैंक यू.